Hey, hi there. Welcome to this video. So far in this playlist, we have talked about interest rates, maturity, credit risk, financial institutions, and regulation. Now it's time to use all of that knowledge and introduce a very important financial instrument, that is bonds. So let's start from the very basics. In the simplest terms, if I say a bond is an I.O.U, that's it. Okay, so when someone issues a bond, they are saying, give me money today and I promise to pay you interest regularly and return your money later in some time. So a bond is money that is borrowed by someone and lent by someone else. Here the borrower is called the bond issuer and the lender is called the bond investor. Now, when you dive into bonds, right, you will often come with these three terms, that is face value, principal, and notional. Okay, so when you buy a bond, you give the issuer a fixed amount of money upfront, and this amount is called face value, principal, or notional. All these three terms mean the same thing. So let's say if you buy a bond with a face value of rupees 1000, here you are paying rupees 1000 to the issuer. So your principal or face value for that particular bond is rupees 1000. Now, when you buy a bond, you lend some money to the issuer. Okay, and in return for lending this money, the issuer agrees to pay you some interest. In bond language, this interest is called a coupon payment. Coupon payments are usually fixed. They are paid periodically. It can be every year, every 6 months, every quarterly, or every month. So a bond holder, you as a holder will always receive two payments. One is regular coupon payments periodically and the principal back at maturity. Okay. Now let's discuss something interesting. Okay. Maturity of a bond. So every bond has a maturity date. Okay. This is the date on which the bond ends. This is the date on which bond ends and the issuer returns your principal. So for example, let's say uh, a 2-year bond, okay, 2-year bond is issued today and you buy that particular bond. Now the issuer will pay you coupon interest, okay, that is coupon payment for entire 2-year periodically, and at the end, that is after 2 years, the issuer will return you rupees 1000, okay, when the bond matures. Now this maturity should sound something familiar. Okay, this is something that we have already discussed earlier in this playlist. Okay, if you are not aware of what exactly maturity is, I have explained everything in detail in that particular video. Okay, the link to the video is given in the description of the video. Now if you want to understand in a better way what exactly maturity is, please go and watch that video to have good grasp of what exactly maturity is, because this term are very much important in finance and even when you are reading about bonds. Now let's compare this bond with something you already understand or you might be already aware of, that is a bank deposit or a FD. Okay, so in a bank deposit, okay, if you are aware of, you give money to a bank pays you some interest. It can be 5%, 7%, whatever interest, and then bank returns your money at maturity. So let's say if you have opened a FD for 2 years, okay, and deposited rupees 1000. So bank will, you deposit 1000 rupees in your FD. After 2 years, bank will pay you 1000 rupees plus interest that you have earned in 2 years. Okay, Now in case of bond, you give money to a company or a government, okay, and they pay you coupon interest and finally return your money at the maturity. Okay, so you get money at the maturity. Okay, so if you see in both the cases, interest rate is fixed. In bank deposit you get fixed interest rate 5%, 7%, etc. And even in the case of bond you get a fixed interest payment. Okay, now in both the cases, if you see, payments are predictable. What is the amount of money that you are going to make over the duration of your FD or bond? Okay, this is easily predictable. And in case of bond, if there is no default, principal is returned at maturity. Now, bonds, and this is the reason, okay, bonds are called fixed income instrument. Bonds are called fixed income instrument. Okay, as you are receiving fixed coupon payments regularly and the principal at the maturity, so this makes bonds a fixed income instruments. So the question here is, what exactly is the difference then? So if we discuss about the difference between both, okay, so let's look at the bank deposit first. In case of bank deposit, this is simply a bank account. This is simply a bank account held in your bank. Okay, now you cannot trade this. You cannot trade this. That means you cannot sell or buy your FD. Its value doesn't change. Its value does not change over time. Okay, and if you break it early, let's say if you break this early, then you generally pay penalty. Some penalty you will have to pay to the bank if you are breaking your FD before the maturity. If you open an FD of for 2 years and if you withdraw money just after 1 year, you are going to pay some penalty to the bank. Okay, now coming to bond, okay, this is an asset. Bond is an asset, okay, not an account. Okay, this is very important to note. This is very important thing to note, that bond is an asset. Okay, a bond can be bought, can be traded, means you can buy or sell a bond in the market. Okay, and due to this it has certain market price. It has certain market price, and here you don't need to you don't need to hold this bond till maturity. Not needed to hold till maturity. So let's say if you have bought a bond that has 2 years maturity from the time the issuer has issued this, okay, you do not require to hold for the entire 2 years. Okay, you can sell a bond to someone else before maturity and get the cash if you require the cash. Okay, and this is why it trades in the market. Okay, bond, since this bond gets traded into the market, bond prices can go up and down. Okay, price of bond can go up or down. So this is something that does not happen with FD. Okay, and this is very important point. All right, now the question is, how can you make money from a bond? Okay, so there are three ways to get paid from a bond. The first one is coupon payments. So you wait for coupon dates and collect the interest. Okay, The second is principal at maturity. So you hold the bond till maturity and get your original invested money back from the issuer. And then last is sell before maturity. So you sell the bond in the market, okay, sell in market at market price. Whatever is the price of the bond in the market, you sell it at that price. So this third option, okay, selling the bond in the market, okay, is very important. This is very important, and this is something makes bond interesting. And when things come interesting, there is always some risk associated with it. So there are certain risks with bonds. Now what can go wrong? How it can be risky? Okay. Now all of this works fine only if the issuer does not default, either on coupon payment or principal payment. If the issuer fails to pay coupon or fails to pay return your principal money back, okay, then the bond investor faces something called credit risk. Credit risk and default, these two terms we have already discussed in our earlier videos. Okay, the video is available in the playlist. Okay, if you don't know what exactly credit risk is, the link to the video is given in the description, and you can go and watch that particular video to understand what exactly default means and what exactly credit risk is. Okay, so bond directly connects with four things. Okay, the first one is credit risk, as we have discussed here. Second is maturity. Third is interest rates, and fourth is financial institution. So all of these four things I have already discussed in earlier videos in this playlist. Okay, so you can easily go to the playlist and find videos on these topics to understand much better. Okay, so you can see here nothing is isolated here. All the financial concepts are interrelated with each other. Well, that's all for this video, guys. Thank you and happy learning.